Hello everybody, welcome back to April's on a Budget. I'm April and today I am unstuffing my Disney money. I'm so excited. Yeah, so this video, it hasn't been a long time coming, but for me it feels like it's been a long time coming. So this is not going to take as long as a typical 100 envelope unstuffing because I don't have 100 envelopes. I have 20. I'm going to be unstuffing $1,050. Some of it is just going to be set aside because it needs to go to the bank. And then the rest of it is going to be reallocated into other places. So I'll just do each page at a time. If this starts to get too boring, I will fast forward through most of it, but I can talk like nobody's business, so I think I'll be okay. Yeah, look, now I've just run out of things to say already. So how is everybody's Easter? I hope you all had a wonderful one. I have said that in the last couple videos because the last couple are after Easter by the time they go up, but for me, it's still not quite Easter yet. It is my granddaughter's birthday party tomorrow, which is Saturday, and then it is Easter here, well, Easter everywhere on Sunday. Yeah, so finally got all the Easter shopping done. I went over budget as per usual because I always do. I'm a terrible shopper, but I didn't just buy Easter stuff. I mean, I had to buy my granddaughter's birthday presents as well, and I bought myself a sweater for her birthday party. I'll blame her. I'll say it's her fault because she's having a Harry Potter birthday themed party. So I bought myself a sweater, which I love, and to wear to her party. It is a Hogwarts sweater, and I'm wearing it as we speak. I shouldn't be because I'll be wearing it tomorrow, but I wanted to try it on, and then I just thought, well, I'll leave it on while I'm recording these videos. So if you hear any noise in the background, that is my son. He just came downstairs to make himself a cup of tea. Yep, I am running out of things to talk about. Look at me. If I hadn't said that, I'd have lots to talk about. So, went to my daughter's yesterday. I spent the whole day there. I was only supposed to be there in the morning, long enough to drop off Abby. She was going to watch Abby so I could go do my shopping. I couldn't have Abby with me, of course, because I'm doing Easter shopping. But then we started talking. She had one of her girlfriends over, and we all started talking, and I think I hijacked her date with her friend yesterday. It wasn't a date. It was just a friend of hers, but actually, I guess former sister-in-law, well, I don't know what you'd call her, but anyway, they're very close, and she was there hanging out, and so I went there, and we all started gabbing, and the next thing you know, it was later in the day, and her buddy was leaving, and so Sam and I decided to go shopping. My granddaughter is old enough to babysit, so her and I decided to go shopping together. So we were out not late, but later than I had planned. And then when we got back there, we were sitting there yapping. And then we started going over ghost hunting videos, which always just, once we start that, we're there forever. Because we just love doing that stuff. And so yeah, so next thing you know, the girls had decided, girls meaning my granddaughters and Abby, had decided that they were going to have a sleepover. So I was like, well then, if I don't have to worry about Abby's bedtime, I can just stay and visit because, you know, there's no reason for me to rush home. So we just stayed like super late. So at like 12:30, all of a sudden Abby comes downstairs and she's crying. She thought I had left and she was very upset because she wanted to go home. And so it's a good thing, as it turns out, that I was there, because if I wasn't, I would have had to be driving all the way back to the city which from here to my daughter's is about 35, 40-ish minutes to get her. So anyway, so my point is we had a very late night last night. By the time Abby and I got home, it was, oh, well after 1:30-ish. I'm normally in bed by 9:30 at the very latest, asleep by 11 at the latest. And yeah, so it was a very tiring drive home. And then, yeah, so I got up this morning. Doesn't matter what time I go to bed. My clock, my biological clock just says get up at 6:30 every day. So I woke up, I got up, I came out in the living room, and then I was up for about 2 hours, I guess. And of course, Abby wasn't up because she was up so late last night. So then I fell back asleep. And then I woke up when Abby came down at 10 o'clock. So my day is kind of weird today because I feel like I've lost half my day because I slept for an hour this morning. That's Miss Kitty behind me playing if you're hearing that noise. Yeah, so it's been a bit of a weird day. Anyway, me and Abby I think just with my granddaughter's birthday party coming up, there's been a lot of Harry Potter talk. We've been, you know, yeah, lots of Harry Potter. Oh, look, it's empty. Oh, it feels so much different now. Oh, well. The rest of it that you saw in there is staying in there. That was stuffed in my last video, or the video before that. I can't remember. But that one is not... Oh, my back is starting to hurt from sitting here so long. So anyway, that one is not... that's the start of the next 1,050. It's not getting unstuffed. Ooh. What a mess. What a mess I've made here. It's like a cardinal sin folding all these bills. But it's got to be done. It's got to be done. All right. So what I've decided to do with this, and originally the plan was to just make a Disney payment, but I think because we feel relatively okay with where we're at in that, but the area that seems to be suffering a little bit is our spending savings. So what we've decided to do, and I did sit down and discuss this with Tyson first. I didn't just make the decision on my own, is to put it, some of it toward our savings, like our Disney spending savings. So just to kind of beef those up a little bit. And then the rest of it will go toward a Disney payment, if that makes sense. I mean, it doesn't really matter if that's a mistake. Then we'll end up finishing our Disney savings early, and then the rest of it will just go on paying off the trip at that time. But for now, that's what we've decided to do. So do I need to count this? I'll count it. I don't really want to, but I'm gonna. The stairs leading up to the second floor are right behind me, and Miss Kitty is running up and down the stairs. So that's what you're hearing, if you're hearing anything. All right, so what do I have here? I have a big mess. That's what I have. Okay. All right, so 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82. So that is 700. 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, no, 1. 700, 20, 40, 60, 80, 800, 20, 40, 60, 80, 900. Oh, did I count an extra 100 somewhere? 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1,000, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Oh, that wasn't so painful. Oh, these bills are making me nuts. Oh God, I can't even imagine if this were a 100 envelope, if I had to do this with like $5,000 in folded bills. Yeah, that would make me crazy. Okay, so what am I doing with this money? So the first thing that I'm going to do is I am putting $100 in some form into Abby's binder. So let me grab a calculator. So I will go 100 minus, I want to do a 45 for sure. So 20, 40, and 5. So where's the next one? Oh, well, I'll just find it. So we're going to do 45, 2 of them, and then I guess a 10. Merida. So Merida is getting $45 if I can get her open. All right, so, and now this will make her money nice and flat because it is in here tight. Holy smokes. Oh yeah, I definitely made these envelopes too small. It's a little bit annoying because they are definitely too small. Let me fix that from the back. Which one? It's this middle 20. There we go. All right. First 45, and then the next one is Tiana. 20, 45. So she only has 145 left in here, and then that's it. And then she's 40 is her next highest denomination until I take this down to the bank and exchange it for American, in which case she'll have far less in here again. But at least I know now that, oh my, really tight squeeze. At least I know that there'll be, she'll have money. All right, so let me find which blue was I using. Okay, so it's 45 and 45. Oh, it doesn't matter. As long as I fill out a 45, I guess. I filled out the wrong ones, I think. I think this one should be that one, but whatever. Okay, so that's $90, and then she gets a 10. And I know that there is a 10 here. There's 2 of them, in fact. 25, 50. So this should be Pocahontas. So Pocahontas is getting 10. Sorry if I was out of frame there. I just realized how close I had the envelopes to me. Yay! That's very exciting. I'm going to have to put an elastic on this, though, because it's starting to get a little bit puffy. All right. Next is me. I get money. So, yeah, this one. 1, 2, yeah. So I'm going to give myself 100. I was going to give myself 200, but then I decided somewhere else to put the other 100. So I'm not going to do that. Just going to give myself 100. So I will go, oh look, there's 2 50s right here. So I'll do this 50. Oh, and that reminds me, I forgot to fill out Abby's 10. So I have to do her 10 as well. There. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so I get 100, and I'm just going to use the $100 bill because that's easier. And I'm going to set that aside. I'm not putting that back in there. So I should have now $295, I think. Okay, so 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 70, 80, 95. So $295. That's much better. This one we need to get up to a lot. Like $3,000, something like that. So it's got a long way to go. Well, 3,000 might be pushing it. Probably not 3,000, maybe 2,000, maybe 2,500. We'll see. Anyway, next. Okay, so my Disney binder. Okay. So in here, there's a few things that we're going to need, and I haven't done envelopes for before we go to Disney. So one of the things, of course, is going to be airport parking. We don't know if we're going to be able to get a ride to the airport. So we may be able to just drive into the city, park our car at like one of our relatives' houses in the city, and then have them drive us to the airport, in which case we won't have to pay for airport parking. But we don't know that that's the case, and I want to be prepared for if we can't do that. So I have money in here, apparently, which I didn't know that I did. But anyway, so this is just going to be for now a catch-all for money that probably later I'll break down into different envelopes. So this one is going to get $50. Airport parking will be around $120, I believe, for the full week. Hopefully we don't have to do that, but we might have to. So 20, 40, and 50 is going into here. And this is, again, just a catch-all. So if I decide not, like if we definitively make plans on what we're going to do as far as getting to that point, and we don't need parking, then we'll just put this money somewhere else within the Disney spends, because, you know, there's always going to be stuff coming up. The other thing is, I do have a passport. Tyson does not, and neither does Abby. So, and I need to renew mine. And I think the renewal costs the same as just getting your passport. So I believe this is going to need a little over $300. So I'm going to put 50 in here for passports, because we're going to need to get on that pretty quickly. So, yeah. So that's that. And then I think that's it for that binder. Well, and I think that's it. I think that's all I'm doing. And the rest of it, which should be $750, is all going on a Disney payment. Or no, I think we said 700. So why do I have an extra 50? Did I miss 50 somewhere? I feel like we were going to put more. Like it was 700 that we were going to put on the Disney payment. So, do I want to put it? Yeah, I definitely want to put it somewhere. So, you know what? I'll put it in passports. Yeah, I'll put it in passports. Because we do need to come up with this soon, like sooner than later, because we need to get our passports done. So yeah, so I'll put it in there. So now there's 100 in passports. That's better. And so then there should be $700 left over. I will count it. Fairly certain I did all that right, but I'm going to count it anyway. Okay, so 51, 52, 53, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 80. 5, 20, 40, 60, 86, and then 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 700. All right. I'm very excited. That is very exciting. It's just so exciting. Anyway, okay, I'm going to put that in here in my back to bank, which I almost never have money in this one, so that's kind of shocking. I don't know if it'll all fit in there, though. It's a big chunk of change. Oh, that's going to be tight. Oh, dear. Does that open more? Oh, you know, someday all of my envelopes are going to be fat like that. Fat. All right, there. So this is back to bank. So what we will do is we'll go and we will use my credit card to make the Disney payment of $700. And then we will take this money. Somebody said, and I don't think it was from the budgeting community, but a while back I was talking debt with somebody and they told me that you should always wait a couple of days before you make the payment. So like if you charge something, just because the amount of time it goes through or something, it doesn't affect anything, something like that. I don't know. Could be all hogwash. I don't know. But we will go down and use my credit card to make the payment. And then within a few days after that, we'll deposit this money onto my credit card to make sure that I'm not getting charged any interest or anything on it. But anyway, that's exciting. So that's going to be another $700 on our Disney. Done. Plus our savings got beefed up a lot today, so that's exciting. Yeah, and I have $70 toward the next 1,050, so that's even more exciting. So anyway, yeah, all good news. It's been a really great week for us, budgeting as far as just finishing savings challenges. I really, you know, you spend a lot of time. It's been months and months and months. I never feel anymore like I'm not getting anywhere, but you get somewhere so slowly that every single week it just kind of feels like your videos, or you're just doing the same thing over and over and over. So this week was really nice to be able to accomplish so much this week. So many of our savings challenges finished this week or were completed this week. And yeah, so it's been a pretty exciting week for us. So, well, for me, I'm probably the most excited. Tyson doesn't find out till much later when he watches my videos. But anyway, thank you everybody for watching. Thank you all so much for all of your support. You are the reason that we're able to do this. I mean, obviously we have a huge hand in it. We are the ones who are putting the money in the binders. But you guys help a lot. I mean, really a lot. I can't even tell you how grateful I am to all of you who watch my videos every single week. It just, and support me by watching ads, support me on my Patreon, support my Etsy shop. It just means so much to me. I can't even tell you. Actually, I'll get off the sappy and tell you a little quick funny story before the end of my video. So, yesterday when I was at my daughter's house, we were talking to her girlfriend, and at some point, I don't know when it was, budgeting came up. It was bound to happen because Sam, my daughter, has a channel as well, and she does budgeting and she has an Etsy shop, so it's very big between the two of us. It's something we talk about fairly regularly. And anyway, it was brought up at some point in front of her girlfriend, and I was talking about this new channel that I really like, but she's a brand spanking new channel. And she showed up in my feed, and I went on there and I watched her channel, and oh, I wish I could remember it. In editing, I'll pop it up on the screen. Anyway, I really enjoyed her video, and I was really excited because partway into the video, she gave me a shout out, and I just thought that was just really kind, because she just said some really nice things about me. And anyway, I subscribed to her, of course, and afterward I realized that I was her first subscriber. So I am going to be her biggest fan, for the simple reason that I know that I was the very first person who ever subscribed to her channel. And I know that someday her channel is going to be huge, and I'm going to know that I was there from literally day one. But anyway, so I was telling my daughter about this in the presence of her girlfriend, and then her girlfriend, much later, a couple of hours later, we were talking about something else, and YouTube came back up. And then I said something about having 1,800 subscribers, and she goes, 1,800? I thought you only had one. And I was like, no, I have 1,800. I was talking about a girl who I just subscribed to. I was her first subscriber. Anyway, she was so excited. She was like, oh my God, you're like an influencer. I started laughing. Anyway, it's just so funny how, you know, when you hear, yeah, people who they're like, yeah, you have 1,800 subscribers, you're famous, but really you're not. 1,800 subscribers equals about $50 a month, at least where I live anyway. So, but doesn't matter. I still appreciate the $50 that I get every month from everybody. And the fact that I have so many people subscribe to this channel is still crazy to me. So anyway, thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for all your support, and I'll see you all next week. Bye everybody.